Hey geometry students, this is going to be a problem from your homework 17.2. This one's all about using trig ratios to solve right triangles with solving sides. So given one angle, so this one right here, and one side, we want to be able to find the other two sides. So the first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to label these sides x and y because we don't know them. The second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to label these sides with relation to this angle right here. So to this angle, this side right here, number 3, is across from it, so that's the opposite side. Y right here is across from the 90-degree angle, so this is the hypotenuse. And then this side right here, x, is right next to the 51-degree angle, so this is the adjacent side. Okay, so now that we have all of that labeled, we can start setting up some equations. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find y. So to find y, what we want to use each time in each of these equations is the side that we know. So I'm going to use the opposite side no matter what. So we have opposite and hypotenuse if I'm going to find y. So which of my three trig functions is what I'm asking myself. Which of these three trig functions, sine, cosine, and tangent, which of those three uses opposite and hypotenuse? So that would be sine. So the function I'm going to set up is sine of 51 degrees equals opposite over hypotenuse, so 3 over y. Okay, so now I'm going to solve this. The first thing I'm going to do is get rid of the fraction. I'm going to multiply by y on both sides. So that cancels out. So I'm going to rewrite this. Now we have y times sine of 51 equals 3. So now to get y by itself, I'm going to divide by sine of 51 on both sides. So in my calculator, I'm going to plug in 3 divided by sine of 51. So I'm going to type 3 divided sine 51, enter. And we get y equals 3.9. Okay, so now I have y. So now we have two sides of a right triangle. So there's two different options here. One thing we could do is now that we have two sides, we can use the Pythagorean theorem to solve for the missing side. Or we could go through this process again to solve for x. So I'm going to show going through this process one more time just to get us some more practice with it. So now I'm going back to the beginning. We're going to use this side because we know it. And now we're going to find x. So now we have opposite and adjacent. So with opposite and adjacent, that means we're going to need to use tangent because tangent is opposite over adjacent. So we're going to use tan 51 equals opposite over adjacent, so 3 over x. And we're going to solve the exact same way. I'm going to, like we multiplied by y on both sides here, I'm going to multiply by x on both sides. Rewriting this, we have x tangent 51 equals 3. So now I'm going to divide by tangent of 51 on both sides. So typing into my calculator, 3 divided by tangent 51, enter. We get x equals 2.4. So those are our two solutions. Y equals 3.9, that's this hypotenuse. And then x equals 2.4, that's this other leg right here. All right, hopefully this was helpful. Just remember to use the angle that you know and label the sides in relation to that to help you decide which trig function to use. All right, see you guys later.